Don't complain about not holding winners if you don't have a trading plan. Hey traders, a very warm welcome to you. Okay, so the idea of this video is to say, listen, I know that it is an issue for many of us as traders. I'm putting myself in the category of many of you guys watching here of holding trades, trying to get that sweet spot of holding trades. But the one thing is, you can't complain about not holding on to the winners if you don't have a plan. So the idea of this short video is to get you to come up with a plan and have a reason for every single reason for close. In other words, every single reason to close must be planned. There's no other reason to close other than one of these has been hit. That will help you tremendously. Let's run through them and let's talk about why. First thing is your profit target's hit. If your profit target gets hit, of course, you're going to close the trade. Number two, a trend line breaks. Classic one, we've got an uptrend, maybe we've gone long, the trend line breaks, we're out. By the way, these are examples, guys. These are just things that of an idea of why you would take profit. Maybe that's not enough for you, but you're just going to adjust these for yourself. Number three, unexpected external catalyst. Breaking news, the broader market does something unexpected, just something that comes out against the price that you're instrument you're trading that moves it unexpectedly. That's a good reason enough to close the position. Okay, number four, key levels hit. So the market comes up and it hits a very, very thick resistance level that you've graded as a decent resistance level from time before and just stagnates there. That's a good enough reason to close the trade. Number five, price goes stagnant. It sits there, does nothing, kind of chops around, and you think, you know what, it's lost its momentum. It was a momentum trade. I'm coming out of it. Number six, a reversal pattern occurs. Now, the important thing here is to list these. You need to list them. You need to say, hey, the reversal pattern occurs, which are bearish engulfing, they are evening star, they are head and shoulders, they are whatever they may be for you. If you see that on your time frame you're trading, it allows you to exit the trade. And then we've got a time-based stop, so similar to the stagnation, but literally if the time has gone on for a certain period of time, nothing's happened, or you say, hey, I'm holding this till midday, or I'm holding this to the closing bell, that's fine. Okay, so having had that list, what's the point of it? The point of it is this, guys, is that you now have a reason and a justification for closing the trade. It's either hitting your target or one of these other things has happened. So there's no reason for you to close the trade otherwise. Now, what this does is this isn't going to fix things overnight. But what it does is it makes you stick to a plan, because too often we're in a trade, we've got a very defined entry for the trade, we're doing well on that, and then we're a bit loose with the exit. We're kind of, oh, I think it's going to reverse. Oh, it doesn't look great now. I'm closing it, and we just trade just from our gut, which we would never do to get into the trade, but for some reason we do it when we get out of the trade. So the idea here is to have a methodical, systematic process for getting out of the trade as we do for getting into the trade. Now, you might put these down. You might say, okay, actually, yeah, you know what? I've seen a reversal pattern that I don't like. I'm closing the trade. You mark it down. You might then say, you know what? That doesn't really warrant me closing the trade. I need to see two reversal patterns, or I need to see this more powerful pattern, or whatever it is. And you start to build then a take profit signal checklist that says there's no reason for me to close my trade. And the idea being is that the very best trades that have the opportunity to run on, the winners, the good ones that are going to pay you for being right, will slip through the net of these, because these are designed to catch the ones that are going to reverse. And of course, you might have some more flexible rules for some setups. You've got an A grade setup. You might say, well, you know what, I don't mind it breaking the trend line. Or you might have to combine and say, well, if I get 2 or 3 of these, I will close the trade. But you get the idea. I think it's having a systemized process for your exits, because you can't say, oh, I'm not holding my winners if you haven't got a plan in place. If you don't have a plan, you can't expect to hold your winners, because any tiny little thing, you're going to want to close it out. You're going to, oh, do I hold the winner? Do I hold on to it? Do I close it? What do I do? At least if you know, when I see this, I'm closing it. Now, the important thing is to note here, guys, if it's wrong, that's fine. You will notice it's wrong because you've got the data, and you'll say, hey, I've closed this trade out when I've seen a key level hit. And in reality, 7 times out of 10 when I've done that, they've just ripped through and carried on. So I need to eliminate this, or I need to adjust it. Let me put my question mark on it. Let me revisit it. Let me see how I can improve that. The important thing is you're measuring and adjusting and improving. So listen, this is a nemesis for all traders out there wanting to hold winners. You hold winners sometimes, then they come back and they stop you out. You don't hold winners the other time, then they run on for thousands and thousands of pips or whatever it may be. That's the name of the game, and that's going to happen. But this will help you because it helps clear your mind as well. You're like, listen, I saw a reason to exit, I took it. That thing may have ripped off another 20%, but it happens to be, who cares, because this is my strategy and I can't beat myself up about it because I've stuck to my plan. All right, guys, don't complain about not holding winners if you don't have a plan. This is a good kind of foundation for a plan. Reasons to exit your trade, reasons to take profit, your take profit signals. Take care, see you next one, bye-bye.